I was just 22 years old when I met a 5-day-old baby Adam, and it was probably just like a week or 2 weeks after that where I really started to fall in love, and I did mention this to my parents. Now, I haven't asked what my family thought when I first decided to adopt Adam. So when I was talking about it at that point, realistically, they just didn't think it was even an option. It was never a huge fairy tale. You know, it wasn't really even a decision I instantly made. And it wasn't something that everyone accepted straight away either. I was fresh out of uni, I was not married, I didn't have a home. Obviously my parents didn't really think it was something that would be feasible. Not only that, but the law in Uganda said that it was not allowed for someone single to adopt someone of the opposite sex, except for in exceptional circumstances. At this point, I didn't think I came under any exceptional circumstances, so I kind of just thought it wasn't really possible, and I supported Adam as much as I could. And in the end, I did leave Uganda to go back to the UK. And I think this is where things changed. My parents always knew I was a very emotional person who would get very attached. And you know what? There are a lot of volunteers out here in Uganda that obviously do. But then they go home and they carry on with their lives. There were even volunteers that had been at the same children's home at me that had started adoption processes and just went back home and never came back for the children. So it happens. However, I just could not get over it. I was so upset about being apart from him. I just could not get, it was just, I just knew that I was supposed to be in his life more permanently. That's how it felt. And I was going back out to Uganda as often as I could. And I just remember the time, I'm gonna get emotional. I remember the time when Adam got sick and he had malaria, and I felt so far away, and I was in London, and I remember ringing my dad, telling him, and just being so upset about it. And being so upset that I wasn't there for him. And I don't exactly know the conversation they had, but what I know is that my dad had a conversation with my mum saying, you know what, she's going to do this, and either we support her or we don't. And they made the active choice to support me in it, and I decided to move to Uganda. I don't know why I'm feeling emotional. I decided to move to Uganda to adopt Adam. Anyway, in time, that support became like complete love for Adam as well, and my dad and Adam are absolutely inseparable now. But yeah, it wasn't an instant thing, but honestly, without their support in the end, you know, when I lost my job here in Uganda and everything, they supported me in so many ways. They are the reason that I was able to adopt Adam. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And they are the reason I was able to get Adam to the UK. So they were very supportive in the end. I don't know why I'm feeling emotional. I hope that answers that question.